What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I've got another dump cake recipe today for you, which so far has been pretty popular on my channel. It's been one of the most viewed things that I've put up so far, so we're gonna do some more. One of my favorite type of desserts is like lemon or key lime, and today I've got a lemon custard dump cake, which if you suck at baking, like me, or you just don't have a lot of time that day, dump cakes are like the end all be all in terms of getting something sweet to a party. They take like 4 ingredients, 5 ingredients, maybe half an hour to an hour of baking, and that's it. There's like 5 minutes of work and you're ready to go. So without further ado, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. All right, grab yourself a cup of coffee like me to get yourself mentally ready to do some baking today. And then real quick before we start going over how to cook this thing, let's talk about our 4 ingredients really quick. So, star of the show, it's a lemon dump cake. You need lemon filling. If you feel so enticed to make your own lemon filling, that's going to obviously add a ton of time and effort to this dish, so I am using store-made. You do you. This is going to be original lemon cream pie and cake filling from Duncan Hines. Next up, pre-made cake mix. Again, quick recipe. This is Duncan Hines, once again, classic yellow cake mix. Then 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, and then 2 half sticks of butter, so 1 total stick of butter. The cream cheese and butter should probably stay in the fridge until you're ready to use them, just to keep them cold and easy to cut. So I'm gonna throw these back in the fridge and then we can get cooking. And before I get into the cooking part of this video, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, I would greatly appreciate it. I post 2 to 3 new videos every week, so you don't want to miss what I'm putting out. And Jackson would say thank you too. See, you got to do it for Jackson. Okay guys, first things first, you're going to need a 9x9 or an 8x8 baking pan like this one. Doesn't really matter, 1 inch isn't gonna make too much of a difference. And yeah, that's what you got. 9x13 is gonna be way too big, so you definitely want something that's square, and this will work. So first off, we're going to take our lemon cream filling. Gotta pop the top off that bad boy. All right, top is off. We're going to go down with the entire can and just form an even layer as best you can. Does not need to be perfect by any means. Making a mess already. That should do it. And then we just spread it out. Okay, that looks pretty good. I would recommend having a paper towel or a plate or something handy so you're not getting lemon filling all over the place. So let's do that real quick. Next up, you're going to take your cake mix, and you do not want to put the entire thing in right this second. Most of the dump cakes I've ever made, it's like 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, you're done. But with this one, we're actually going to split the cake mix about in half. So we're gonna go be very sparing here first. If you have more than half left over once you are completely covered, that's great. You can go down with a little bit more, but we want to make sure we get full coverage of everything with only half the box. Okay. Next up, we're going to grab our cream cheese, and then we're just going to kind of cut it into chunks as best we can. And make sure, once again, we're getting as close to full coverage as we can here. Okay, cream cheese is in. Time to go in with the rest of our cake mix. We are going to use the rest of it now. So you can, I would still say make sure you get a full coverage before you really lay it on, just so that there's no bare spots. But once you have everything evenly covered, let it rip. Okay. Now, if you try to use an actual spoon to level this out, you're gonna probably just make a mess. So just pick it up and kind of give it a good shimmy like that. Perfect. And last but not least, the most important ingredient, just kidding. Butter. Same thing with the cream cheese. We need an even coverage. One stick should do you just fine. But if you need more, use more. You need to have even coverage or else this cake on top is not going to actually get liquid and it's just going to be powder and no one's going to want to eat that. So definitely don't want that. And I would say tuck your, all around your edges here, make sure your butter is like right up against it, because I have run into the problem of the edges specifically do not get incorporated and then you get stuck with powdery edges and it's gross. So I kind of cut that a little close at the end there with those little tiny pieces. So there is a chance that I may need more butter. We're gonna assess about halfway through cooking time, and if it's not looking like it's getting combined enough with the butter, then we'll add a couple more tabs on top of it. But that's pretty much it. Let me wash my hands. We can get this into the oven. Ooh. All right, guys, this is after 30 minutes of baking, which is technically more than the halfway point, but you see how we've got quite a bit of dry batter here. So I'm gonna go down with a few more pads of butter on top of those spots specifically so that it gets rid of them. All right. I've been cooling this for 5 minutes. Really should be cooled for about an hour till you get to room temperature, because it's gonna let everything set and that'll kind of make it look a little better, kind of let the flavors develop a little bit better. But I'm hungry and I wanna try it. So we're just gonna try it. It's probably not gonna look the best, but that's okay. Yeah, this is very, very much still gooey. That's okay. All right, moment of truth. It looks interesting. I'm actually kind of curious because the cream cheese didn't do all that much melting. So I'm kind of curious how it is going to taste. Try to get a little bit of everything. Still very hot. Oh yeah, very hot. Oh my God. This is like a cheese Danish on steroids. That is unbelievable. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I see there's like a big kind of chunk of cream cheese right here that didn't really get melted. You don't even notice it. That is amazing. I almost speechless at how good that is. I literally will never buy a cheese Danish ever again. Really hot though. Yeah. No question about it. That's my favorite dump cake I've ever made. That's special. That is something special. If you decide to give it a try, let me know. I will always take recommendations if you think that there's something that I could change and make it a little bit different or do it better. There was one comment from a dump cake video a few months ago that said that they actually grate their butter on top instead of doing the pads, which probably would have fixed the problem of having the bare spots during the middle of baking. So maybe you should try that. I completely forgot about that until it was already in the oven. So next dump cake that I make, I will try grating the butter instead. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, again, I would really appreciate you guys leaving a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel immensely and it helps me grow and it helps me keep doing this every week. So without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Peace!